time, mine is like, okay, in a couple of days, this is going to be happening. It's like, okay, we'll give you a few days.
Right, well, yep.
We have to really,
about that.
we got to brace him for things. Even for his birthday. Oh my gosh, the beginning of last week, I was like, it's your birthday. And I thought it was going to be exciting.
Yeah.
Right.
He was just like, no. I was like, okay. And then when we got to his birthday party, I was like, how is this going to be?
Right, right.
I don't want
Are we going to have to leave your birthday?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, totally.
And I couldn't believe how, like, once the day came around, he was totally stoked.
Yeah.
Best day ever.
Yeah.
Had so much fun
So
sledding.
Oh
You
my
know?
gosh.
So after what you said, and maybe when Paul turns 2, I don't know if you started to notice any changes with him. I did start right before mine turned 2. I started to see like, okay, he's kind of coming more into his skin.
Yeah.
Since he's turned 2, though.
There's something about the day. It just, they turn over a new leaf, they mature more.
Yeah, I
I
say
know.
refreshed, but it's like they're like readier. I don't know.
I don't know, something happens. And then you get a few months into the 2s and you're like, okay, I think we're all going to survive this together.
And then if you were to talk to me about Henley a couple years ago, and just seeing him now, I'd be like, really? It doesn't seem like that.
You would have to know,
You would have to know, because he's so cool to be and chill, and let's go, and yoga.
Yeah, like, so good.
It's so great.
We used to come to the toddler yoga before, and you basically just like lay on me the whole time while everyone else
and just kind of like, and mine was the same way. Just like,
mine and Henley were
Just like under you.
Yep.
Away.
Right.
Okay. Oh, but it's great. It's all phase, but
Fall season.
right. So
Can I
okay,
know your name?
Lindsay.
Lindsay, I'm Alex.
Allison, nice to meet you.
beautiful. So due at the end of, or
April 20th. I'm officially 2.5 months out.
2.5 months out.
I don't know how many weeks I am. I just know how
know,
far I
right?
have to go.
I love it. I love how you're calculating that. And then you're right.
I'm 20 something. I think I'm at 21, 22 this
Yeah.
week, and then June 15th.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, so exciting.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, so I'm sure, because I know you guys were, I remember when you were pregnant, like, maybe a second, we'll see what's provided, you know, and
Yeah.
so
Well, I
exciting.
know my first was an IVF baby, and
Uh-huh.
this one too. So
Yeah.
we just made the call. We actually had 2 embryos in Denver, so
Uh-huh.
we decided. I mean, when I started, I thought I really want to give the little embryos a chance, right? And so we had 3. And Paul was the first one, and we had 2 left, and we transferred both, which for me was a big like.
I bet.
Old like.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that is.
But then we have one. And we're good.
And isn't that how that goes, though?
Oh,
Sometimes they do that.
Yeah.
They literally put all the eggs in one basket, because that's how else it goes,
You
right?
don't know sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so.
I mean, it certainly would increase your chances, right?
It would, and
But-
they know so much that they were looking at him like, well, this one is probably more valuable, this one looks just
Gotcha.
tall. Like in terms of like,
Right.
what it
Yes.
looks like, and then this one looks a little less valuable for these reasons.
Gotcha.
It's
So,
interesting.
It made sense to do both,
Yeah.
given the situation, yeah.
Yeah, and then just be able to close that chapter, because it, it's just hard to.
Interesting.
Lingering. And
Oh,
Sure,
absolutely.
sure. You like have these
Yeah.
like babies,
Yeah.
or you know,
Yeah.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Congratulations.
I am
Yeah.
so happy for you guys.
Yeah.
2 is so great. I have all the love and the happiness in the world from having 2.
Yeah.
Play with each other, and like, yesterday I was like, all right, you guys, like, I need you to go off and do something.
Be siblings together and go get in trouble somewhere.
I couldn't believe they did it. They were like, okay, and they're like sharing and all this. I was like, I wish that happened all the time, but
It warms your heart.
it
Even if
does.
it's 10 minutes, you're like,
Yeah.
thank you.
Right? Like,
Thank you.
I realized I needed them to do it, but when I saw it, I was like,
I know.
I didn't think that was going to happen. I just thought for 2 seconds you would walk away
Yeah.
and maybe I'd finish this task. and I kept looking over
And now I don't know what to do because I finished the task.
Yeah.
I'm still playing.
And you're still playing. No, Alrighty, well, let's get started. We'll find a nice, comfortable seat, sitting on our sits bones. It's nice to connect and touch base. We'll sit with a comfortable seat first. Hands on the knees, closing the eyes. Just start to deepen the breath in through the nose and out through the nose. Allow for yourself to settle into this space and arrive. Breathing deeply in through your nose and out. Starting to bring your breath into baby's home. Down into the belly. Really working on the length of your breath as it comes in and as it leaves. As we're here, we'll take one hand on the heart, one hand on the baby. Just know that for the next moments or so, this is our time to connect in the moment, in presence within ourselves, and of course, presence with baby. Such a sacred time we get to share with baby, just mama and baby. So I always want to encourage just soaking up every last moment, especially when you can have those moments of pause, or when we can kind of tune everything out, come to a yoga class, maybe get a massage, go on a long walk when it's just you and baby. Really cherishing those sweet moments of you two. As you're here, really breathing into your hands. So breathing into the hand that's on your heart and then really breathing into the hand on the belly. These two breaths. Is there any message or any feeling, anything we want to communicate to baby? And just know it's okay if there isn't necessarily anything there. No pressure is what I want to say. All is beautiful, all is holy. But if you do have a little message you want to give them, just a hello or hi, I love you, I hear you, I see you, I feel you. Maybe we just give them that little time of communication, of connection right now. And one way we can do this is actually by taking the eyes up and into the pituitary gland. The pituitary gland is responsible for the production of oxytocin. So the pituitary gland is highly linked to the uterus and is said to believe in yoga tradition that the pituitary gland is a direct telephone line to the uterus. So as we roll our eyes up and in, very mechanical movement with our eyes, it actually activates this very sacred gland that is actually the master gland of all of our entire glandular system. So as you're here, we roll our eyes up and in. This is a great seat of consciousness or awareness, right? And this is what that gland is all about, is awareness. But also in that gland is our mother intuition. It's the answers that are unknown by everyone but ourselves, that only mama knows, really, some of the deeper depths of the needs that our babies have. And that's what makes our role so special, but it's highly linked to this incredible gland. So as you roll your eyes up and in, we just activate that gland and we activate that intuition inside of ourselves. When you're ready, inhale your hands wide and high, actively stretching your hands high to the sky. Bring your palms to touch overhead. As we get farther in pregnancy, this will feel really good to just get some extra air into the lung capacity as things start to close in with the growth of the baby. So as we're here, just breathing deep in through the nose and out through the nose. Reaching up and letting those arms settle back down. One more breath. Reaching up, noticing how that feels, getting that stretch and that air in. And then exhale, hands come down to the heart center. Let's wake up the brain a little bit, rubbing the hands together. Breathing deeply into the nose and out through the nose. And then settle that warmth at your heart center. So we begin every practice tuning in with the same wisdom of this pituitary gland. And so the tune in that we do is Om Namo Buddhadeva Namo. And essentially it's like honoring the infinite source of wisdom within yourself. This wisdom that's connected to the seat of wisdom within your body. The seat of intuition that's in your body. So when you say this mantra, you're acknowledging that you have a source inside of you, in your heart and your body, that comes from source, that comes from creator. So in those moments of doubt or uncertainty, we can lean on this source within ourselves that is connected to source in all. Take a big breath in, big breath out. Usually I tune in with song, but today we're just going to do it just naturally through our own voices. Now, one beautiful thing about just making any sound, singing, mantra, whatever it might be, baby can hear you and they absolutely love your vibration and they love your sound. So with that being said, if you'd like to hum along, you can. You can hum the words to yourself as you start to learn them, or go ahead and tune in with me. Take a big breath in. Big breath. Inhale to tune in. Om Namo. Slight breath in. Gurudev Namo. Breath in. Om Namo. Slight breath in. Gurudev Namo. Last time. Om Namo. Same thing. Gurudev Namo. We're going to activate pelvic floor, just like we're refraining from going to the bathroom. Just hold the breath here. Exhale. Let's try it again. Inhale. Activate pelvic floor. Maybe we set an intention here, just full presence in our bodies with baby in this moment. Exhale. Last time. Inhale. Activate and squeeze through pelvic floor. Press the palms away. You can look up and into the pituitary gland and set your intention for your practice today. You can exhale whenever you need to. Keep breathing, but go ahead and set your intention. Keep activating the pelvic floor. And then exhale, release the hands and let it go. All right, so today we're going to just move. We're going to have our moments of break, and when we have those breaks, it can be time to just connect, and then also the pelvic floor activations, which are super, super powerful. Just overall strength and vitality. So go ahead, you can move your legs away just a little bit, giving yourself a little more space. Hands are going to be on the knees, and we're going to circuit like this for 1 minute and 30 seconds. So we're going to go forward and back. So first, inhale forward, exhale back. I always just say, just organically move. See how it feels. Inhale forward, exhale back. Powerful breath. Beautiful. Staying connected with your breath. Staying connected with your movement. Inhale forward, exhale back. One minute to go. Letting the shoulders stay down. Forward, exhale back. As we move forward, reaching your heart forward. And as you come back, looking down at baby's home. Inhale forward, exhale back. Nice big breaths. Last little bit. Waking up maybe some of the dormant areas of the body. Very normal, just in womanhood and motherhood, and of course in pregnancy. So all good. And then when you're ready, inhale up center. Activate and squeeze through pelvic floor. See if you can squeeze with all your might. It might feel different, of course, with baby there, but that's okay. This is what we're getting connected with. And then exhale, release. Long, steady breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. And then when you're ready, let's come forward and lean over to the left. Notice that feels. Let's come over to the right. Might feel more or less there. Back over to the left. And then we're going to round back just in the same way that we were tilting back in this spinal plexus, and then over to the right. So inhale as you come forward, exhale as you come back. You can take this as slow as you'd like. The only thing here is a nice, powerful breath. Really just being present with whatever you might feel in your body today. There's an infinite amount of sensations that happen, again, in motherhood and womanhood, and of course in pregnancy. And I only mention all three of those because just because we're pregnant right now doesn't mean that you're experiencing this in isolation. We feel this even in motherhood and even in womanhood. But of course, here we are in pregnancy and just allowing for ourselves to practice presence with the sensation. One of the most powerful practices we can have in this journey, this 9-month journey. Inhale forward, exhale back. The more we can practice being present with sensation now, the more we can really practice and utilize it in labor. And then, of course, in motherhood, those sensations do not stop. It's not the same as labor and birth, but it's motherhood. It's what labor and birth prepares you for. When you're ready, you're going to come forward. Once you're forward, and then we'll go over to the right side, and then all the way around. Making those full circles. Inhale forward, exhale back, just connecting. The presence, connecting with sensation. This journey is not easy, being mama, but it is so rewarding. It is such an honor that we get to have these roles. And then we get to share this experience together as mothers. That this doesn't have to be an isolating time. But this can be a time of community. And this is what the importance of these classes can be. When we talk to other mamas and see other mamas, there's just this beautiful communication that happens where we see each other, knowing that we're not alone, that we're proud of each other, that you're doing an amazing job. It doesn't always feel like that, which is, I think, what makes it hard, right? But you're doing an amazing job right here in your presence with baby now and in your other forms of motherhood. We don't understand that carrying baby for 9 months is motherhood. This is where it starts. Last little bit. Let's take 2 more full rotations. What's going on in the hips and the pelvis today? And then when you're ready, inhale up center. Activate and squeeze, and then just see how long you can hold your breath. Let it go immediately when you need to, but then see if you can maintain the activation in the pelvic floor. Breathing through it. And then notice your body's communication with this activation. Notice how maybe it causes your body to move or activate in different areas. Just this is a communication, a very refined communication. Continuing to maintain, so I'm sure by now we're kind of letting go and kind of re-engaging and letting go a little bit and re-engaging, but it's just showing your connection with the pelvic floor, this incredible weaving of muscles that support us, and then ultimately is the gateway and the doorway for receiving baby and birthing baby. And when you're ready, inhale, hands reach high. Exhale, right arm down, left arm reaches over to the right. Space being created here. Inhale, we can go up or out, whatever feels best for you. And then exhale over, and we're just going to keep flowing. Inhale, up center. Exhale, over. Very good. Inhale, up center. Exhale, over. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Let's keep it going for a little bit more. Again, we're going to do everything today for 1 minute and 30 seconds. More seconds here. If there's something you're feeling and it feels really good, or you could just spend some time there, spend time. Get into those nooks and crannies of the body. We'll say one more each side. Inhale, we'll reach all the way up. And exhale down. All right, let's come to tabletop position. Wrists below shoulders, knees below hips. We're going to do cat-cow today, but today we're only going to do it for 1 minute 30. We usually do it for 3 minutes. Just kind of let everything be in this really consistent time frame. All right, so as we're here, we're spreading fingertips nice and wide, rooting into the palms, just noticing how it feels from the wrists through the spine, through your hips, legs. Notice what's happening here. And now Mama says babies get bigger as you sway, so we'll just sway naturally. Just drop your belly. All right, but then as baby gets bigger, let your arms be strong here as you're dropping your belly. You can look forward, lifting your chin, really good for the thyroid. But as baby gets bigger, you'll just let the weight of baby draw and create that natural lordosis or the sway in the spine. When you round as much as you'd like, chin in toward your chest, gazes at baby's home. Round, inhale, sway. Exhale, round. I just want to encourage not over swaying here. So be gentle in your sway, because again, you already have a natural lordosis or sway that's happening already, just through the growth of baby. Inhale for cow. Exhale for cat. Inhale. So think very minimal sway and then round as much as you'd like. I'll set the timer now, and we can take this at any pace that works for us. It can be very subtle in our movement. Be nice and flexible in the spine in the sense of allowing it to be fluid. We don't have to overdo it in any one area here. Just listening to your body. What's your body communicating today? What's baby communicating today? What are we feeling in the shoulders? What are we feeling in the hips and low back? Same thing here. If you find a spot that feels really good, breathe with it. Stay right there. Give it time. Last one. And after you come out, come to a neutral spine, inhale, sway. Exhale, round. Inhale, neutral. And exhale, walk your hands forward, Let the tailbone stay high. So this is just a great posture. We call this melting heart pose. Spread the fingertips nice and wide and just notice that space that you're creating. Nice deep breaths into those crevices with the nooks and the crannies, just those little areas that are, of course, being closed in by baby's growth. And one more breath. And then as you're ready, just start to kind of push yourself back to sitting on your heels. Take your knees very wide though, so we accommodate space for baby. So as wide as you'd like, big toes touch, and then we can just come down, walking the hands forward. And then I like to bring the palms to touch, like the sides of the pinkies. This is just great for getting into parts of the shoulder blades and the muscles surrounding. Breathing deep into the hips and low back, just noticing what's here today. One more breath. And when you're ready, inhale your hands to the fingertips, and we'll exhale, walk our hands to the right. And inhale, coming center. Exhale, walking your hands to the left. Inhale, coming center. Take your hands out to shoulder width distance here. And then we'll come up on the forearms. And from the forearms, you'll go ahead and tuck your toes. Perfect. And we're going to bring weight onto the forearms. So you're just going to sink your hips high. Now I like to show this posture. You can start to walk your feet out. You only do this for as long as the body allows. You might be like, that's a lot of stuff going on for me, so I might just spend a little bit here, but I'm just pedaling out the heels if you can kind of see, just bending one knee and then dropping the opposite heel down. Perfect, just like that. And if baby's ever really weighing in the pelvis at all, this is just a great posture to do to kind of shimmy them out so that you can get, or they can get a better placement and you can feel more comfortable. We'll just do one more. We'll work here and go ahead and come down to the knees. Bring yourselves, beautiful, gently bring yourself up when you feel ready. Come to sitting on our heels. You can tuck your toes and sit on tucked toes. This is a great place to be. And then you can always untuck your toes if you feel comfortable. So if you feel comfortable, go ahead and tuck your toes. Beautiful. And we'll just do some arm, looking into the arms as we know. All right, so go ahead and bring your fingertips to your shoulders. I like to just do this one to get into the spine. You know, we're not allowed to twist in pregnancy, so this is the closest thing you can do for a twist because it keeps the orientation of your belly forward. And reason that we don't actually want twists in pregnancy is because of the placenta. And so just to make sure everything stays. So this is the closest we can get aside from a Cairo. And it feels pretty good. All right, so fingertips on your shoulders, your elbows stay in alignment with your heart. You're gonna inhale left, exhale right. So it's like you're grabbing your breath from the left and taking it out on the right. And you can get into a nice swivel and groove here. Nice and gentle. And something that really is effective about this is because the twist is very gentle and it's really just in your upper body. It's very, I guess I could say benign. It's not an active twist, right? So it's really the motion and the breath that helps you get into the spine in ways that we really can't when we're pregnant. Feeling you're doing great. Almost there. You can roll the eyes up and in just to fix the gaze. And then inhale, bring the backs of the hands to touch, up, elbows up. Squeeze your pelvic floor, and then exhale, release arms out. All right, now you're gonna bring your arms up to a T, but your palms are gonna be facing up and tops of the hands facing down. Curl your thumbs, curl your thumbs, and you're gonna squeeze your thumbs. Essentially with your fingers, perfect, that's the best way to say that, right? You're gonna exhale. Exhale. Bring your hands to your shoulders. Beautiful. And then inhale out. Excellent. Inhale. Powerful breath. This is where that breath work does come in handy. And it's something that you can take with you in all areas, from birth to motherhood. It helps shift the energy. So when things become stagnant, blocks, when we are either triggered or we're having just kind of a hard day, a little bit of breath work like this, as we inhale our arms out and then exhale, bring them in, can really just shake things up and help reset the mind. So if mama only has 1:30 to reset herself, or 3 minutes even to reset herself, you can do something like this. Just kind of get your blood pumping. And the way that you're actually pumping your blood right now is bringing a lot of attention to your heart and the heart gland as well, the thymus gland. And so this is why we do this. This is important that we activate our hearts in motherhood, because motherhood is trying. There's no way around that. Inhale out, exhale in. Then we really inhale, reach out, squeeze and hold, and exhale, arms down. Very good. All right, let's come to a tabletop again, and you'll take your right foot to the outside of your right hand, and I'll have you grab your 2 blocks and set them up at level 3, so the highest, tallest level. This one's really good for the hip flexors and just the pelvis in general. Go ahead and give yourself space here. Excellent. Your wrists can stay somewhat below your shoulders. They can be a little bit farther forward too, it's fine. But as you're here, you can root into the heels of your palm as you drop your shoulders and reach your heart forward, shoes lifted. And then as you exhale, slowly coming back where your toes are in the sky and your heels driving into the earth. Chin can drop down as you look down at baby's home. Inhale, coming forward. Exhale, back. Inhale, forward, exhale, back. Staying in presence with the body and with the baby as you move forward and back. Really reaching your breath down into your pelvis, down into baby's home. With every inhale, it's a beautiful practice to have on the mat and off the mat. Can my inhales reach baby's home? Can I fully exhale everything out? Very good. Last one. And then when you're ready to come back up, go ahead and come all the way up. Beautiful. And we'll heel toe the foot back. Send it back. And then go ahead and bring the left foot out. Beautiful. Heart's reaching forward. Blocks can be in alignment with the foot or just wrist below shoulders, whatever feels more supportive here. Inhale, heart reaches forward, really driving the heels of the palm into the blocks as you're dropping your shoulders and your heart's lifted. And then exhale, coming back, chin in towards the chest. So I mentioned hip flexors, but of course hamstrings as well. So hip flexors is when you come forward, right here in the opposite leg, that beautiful stretch to the front side of the hip. And then as you come back, of course, it's starting the back side of the opposing leg or the left leg. Inhale forward, exhale back. Stay with your breath, your intention. Noticing how the body feels today.
Beyond death, always unknown, beyond reach, always unseen, and know exactly what being. In my soul.
All right, one more. Beautiful. And now what we're actually going to do, we're going to get up with the blocks. So it might be better if they stay center. So you have your one left foot out. We can step our right foot here. Then the hands come onto the knees. And we make our way up. If the blanket is there on the mat, just go ahead and lift it. All right, so as we're here at the top of the mat, we'll take our hands down our heart center, down to our side from our heart center. Inhale, hands reach up. Exhale, hands down. Inhale, lifting the right leg and stepping it back. So we're going to go into this nice, your back heel can be down, nice warrior one in fact. Let's do that. All right, so here we have, take your feet wide. Now this is how we do beginner warrior ones, just in any yoga class. You would have them take the left foot, we'll call it, because that's where we're at, to the one side of the mat, and the right foot to pretty much the other side of the mat. So then there's plenty of room to bring your hips forward, right? Beautiful. And then really getting into that hip flexor. If you feel comfortable here in your stance, we'll just stay right here. Just breathe with it. And bring your hands up. Back down to your hips. One more time up. And then this time you're going to straighten your front leg and kind of swivel open. So now you're going to have to kind of heel to your feet back center. So then we can create a warrior two stance.
Beautiful. So your front heel and your back arch are going to align. Your back foot's going to be parallel to the back of the mat. And we'll just flip it the other way. So yeah, let's go that way. That works perfect. Okay, so here we are. Front heel, back arch alignment. Now the feet don't have to be so wide now. Right? Perfect. Yep. Fantastic. All right, arms up to a T. Beautiful. Then inhale, straightening the front leg. Exhale, bend the knee. Nice. Inhale, straightening the front leg. Exhale, bend. Very good. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. And now stay here in warrior two. Perfect, just like that. All right. So from here, inhale, reverse the warrior. So keep the front leg bent, back leg is straight. And then exhale, extended side angle. Elbow can come right on top of the knee as you reach your left fingertips. Beautiful. Inhale, rise and reverse. Exhale, extended side angle. 3 more of this. Inhale, rise, reverse, really rooting into your feet. Feel the power, the strength here, the support. Exhale, extended side angle. Really getting into the body. Inhale, rise, reverse. Exhale, extended side angle. Last one. Inhale, rise. And exhale, extended side angle. Very good. Inhale, we're going to rise, reverse. But as you're coming up, straighten that leg. Beautiful. Okay, now heel toe your feet in a little. Okay, and then bring your feet on a track. So the track would be the middle of your arch and your front heel. We're going to do triangle here. Beautiful. So great. So triangle. So just stay this way because then we're going to do the exact same thing on the other side. How does your stance feel? That's good. I mean, with longer legs, you have more space to kind of work. So, okay, whatever feels good. Legs stay straight here. Arms out to a T. You're going to kick your left hip, left hip back, reaching your right hand forward. Yep, the legs stay straight and just tilting down. Hand can come down to the block. Perfection works. Love it. Just like that. Just breathe. Reach your fingertips to the back of the room. That's the orientation we're in, but essentially you're reaching them up overhead and forward. Perfect, yes. Perfect, just like that. Then inhale, we're gonna rise. Beautiful. We're just kind of tilting back forward. So bring your feet back to the orientation forward towards me. Fantastic. Inhale, hands reach up. And then you're going to bend into the back knee and step forward. Fantastic. All right, so now moving from the right side to the left side. So go ahead and lift the left leg. Send the left leg back. First, we're here, and now the back foot can be flat. So let's go ahead and find a wide stance. Right foot can be at the right edge of the mat. Left foot can be pretty much to the left. It doesn't have to be that wide. I feel supported and comfortable. And then your back foot can be facing a little forward. And then we turn our hips forward. Perfect, yeah. Just really getting into those hips. Right, inhale, hands up. Exhale, hands down to the hips. Here. Then inhale, hands up. We're going to straighten your front leg. And then this is where we kind of like heel toe our feet back into this place, the center. Okay, but now you're going to face back. That's what we did. Go ahead and shift it to where your left foot's forward this way. That way we do everything balanced how it was, right? Works perfect. All right, so front knee is bent, back leg is straight. Find a decent gait here. Doing great. Fantastic. Beautiful. All right. And then just know that when we're bending our knee, the edge is right to our ankle. So we don't bend our knee beyond our ankle. Fantastic. Yeah. All right, inhale, hands up. Exhale, arms out to a T. Inhale, straighten your front leg. And then exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten, very good. Exhale, bend. Fantastic. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Inhale, straighten. Exhale. All right, we come right to warrior two. Knee is bent, but knee is bent, back leg is straight. Inhale, flip the palm, reverse, tilting back. Exhale, extended side angle. Elbow on top of the knee. As you reach your right fingertips forward, inhale, rise, reverse. Just doing this transition takes a lot of work and strength, so it's not easy. I just want to remind you of that. Reaching forward. And then inhale as you reach back. Exhale as you come forward. 3 more. Inhale as you rise and reverse. Exhale. Inhale, rise, reverse. Exhale, extend side angle. Inhale, we'll rise, we'll reverse. Exhale, go ahead and just come. Oh yeah, we'll come to extended side angle last time. Inhale, come to warrior two, straightening the front leg. And then you can kind of scoot your feet in, just a little, but try to keep that front heel back arch alignment, kicking the left hip back, right hip back, reaching left hand forward, and dropping that hand down to now. So we'll bring the block actually within the foot. Perfect. Breathing deep. Wonderful stretch. Lots of space being created here. So just like to breathe a bit. Reaching your right arm up overhead, right arm up overhead, just to the front of you. Go ahead and bend your front knee as you rise up. Beautiful. Kind of bring ourselves together, hands come together, shifting forward. Beautiful. And stepping. Fantastic. Okay. A lot going on there. So let's go ahead and we're going to do our squats. Grab your blanket. Squat down as we make a nice tight roll. I used to do this with the yoga mat, which a yoga mat was the chosen way of how I was taught this. However, when you have really thick yoga mats, it's super not ideal. So this is nice because you can create a really tight roll and it can be nice and hard and supportive. So I do suggest a tight woven blanket, like a yoga blanket, or like the beach blankets. And then as you're here, sometimes I just make the foot indents, but just feel it. So the idea is that it's not so rolled up that you feel like you're going to fall forward. And it's not so under rolled that you're gonna lift your heels once you crouch down. So there's this nice little gauge here. All right, our feet are on the mat. Feet are about hip width distance or a little wider, especially as baby gets bigger. Orientation of our feet stay center. We always start with the half squat just because if we're 36 weeks and later and baby's still feet down, we don't want to encourage. Plus, if you do this at home, I want to remind you not to encourage going so deep into the pelvis or squatting so deep, just so baby still has optimal time and space to turn around. So we'll show that half squat first. Inhale, hands reach wide and high. Exhale, hands to your heart center. Bend the knees as the hands come down. We'll just squat down. Hands will come down to the knees, start to round into the pelvic bowl, chin in towards the chest, and then shoulders round and come up and open. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Go ahead and sink right into the hips. See how this feels. So sometimes when I do this, I notice I actually like my feet a little more hip width distance, and that's okay, just as long as you have plenty of space for baby. Fingertips drop down, tailbone reaches high. Inhale, one vertebrae at a time. Nice and slow. Rolling the shoulders down and back. Inhale. Exhale. And sliding down the wall, nice flat back. Fantastic. Sitting right into it. Fingertips come down. And tailbone reaches high. Starting to roll on one vertebrae at a time. Very good with the flat backs. Try to keep the back nice and flat as we come down, just so we don't tilt too far forward. Of course, the weight of baby can kind of make us feel, there's a lot to counteract with balance here. So working through that nice flat spine as we're sitting deep into the pelvis, creating that wide opening at the top and the bottom of the pelvis. This is why this helps to shorten the birth canal. And rolling up one vertebrae at a time. I don't quite cue breath with this just because I want to encourage breathing throughout. But we can always inhale our hands up. And then exhale as we come down. And then letting the rest of the breath naturally find us. Feel free to come up with micro bent knees. Just staying really squishy, soft, and supportive in our joints. Just because there's so much relaxin flowing through the body, so we can just keep those nice and buoyant. Let's go 5 more. I love doing this class postpartum because you can still feel the areas where the body was very utilized and targeted during pregnancy. And really, so I believe you're in postpartum just beyond.
Definitely.
Doesn't go away.
My knees are so weak after giving birth.
Yeah.
Your knees? 6 or 8 weeks, they just ache every time I got on my bed, which was a lot.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was really weird.
For like 8-9 months, my knees hurt.
Yeah.
Oh, weird.
Yeah, I went to like physical therapy.
Uh-huh.
It just was time over time. It just stopped.
Interesting.
Both of your knees?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I just had like, all the bending. I thought I was up and down like that.
That's what I thought.
But I think there's probably something.
The orientation of things.
Yeah.
Stretching at the time.
Did you do chiro after,
No.
before? No.
I wasn't good about it either.
I didn't do it with my first,
And this
and
time,
I definitely noticed the difference of what it did with the pelvis. I did it with Mayan.
Before and after?
Yeah. And he could tell, like, he's like, oh, your body just slips right out of this. Just because, like, he'd adjust me, and I'd see him a couple days later just because I'd have stuff going on, and he'd be like, yeah, nothing is holding.
Yeah.
Because of the relaxant. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So as your body's, like, trying to come back together, it's like,
It's like, I don't know where to go.
yeah, exactly. So the chiro really helps. But yeah, I didn't quite feel so much achiness, but just weak in my joints.
Yeah.
Where it's like I didn't realize how much they're like
Stable.
supported. Yeah, like
Yeah.
shaky
Yeah.
almost. So yeah, I do feel a weak in the knees, definitely.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll do 3 more of these. Nice flat back. All the way down. Tailbone reaches high. Last one. Very good, and we'll just stay here for just a moment. And then you can let your heels do whatever feels best. So if it feels good to kind of bring your heels and toes out, go ahead and do that. Just let yourself be in this nice frog position. Heart's reaching forward, tailbone is long from your heart. So reaching that tailbone down. Last breath. Go ahead and release, and we'll come down. You're going to unfold your blanket so we have a nice, comfortable place to sit. And then we'll just finish in our keep up. I'd say everything was a minute and a half. We'll keep this one a minute and a half too today. Because I'll make it very hard. Never is there. All right, your arms are out. You're going to actually have your palms face back. And you're just going to pump back. And just remember, it's 1 minute and 30. We typically like to do this for 3 minutes, but for time today, we're going to keep it at 1 minute 30. And if you ever want to practice this, you can always practice. Right now we're flapping back, but typically we flap up and down, so that's a keep up. Super simple. It's like flapping your arms like a bird for 3 minutes straight. And it's just a beautiful way that we can prep for contractions, because contractions don't typically last longer than 3 minutes. And so this helps us. The theme for today was presence with sensation. It can be really hard to be present in sensation because we're uncomfortable, right? We want to go back to that place of comfort. And so what this teaches us is how to dig into comfort when there may not be comfort around, or when uncertainty is all around us, right? So the uncertainty here is, how long is this going to last? And 1 minute and 30 seconds is not long. But this is what can bring us into that meditative state, breathing and being present with sensation. You're doing fantastic. Last little bit, there's not much to go. You absolutely have this. And I want to encourage you to practice this at home, maybe again for 1 minute 30. You're doing a wonderful, Mama. Great job. All right, inhale, arms up. Not so bad, but just as intense. And exhale, release. Okay, and then I'm just going to have you move your arms back a little bit. And then you can come forward. Let's do one actual last posture. I'm feeling it. I feel like we should try it. All right. Let me just kind of, woo. All right, we're going to do half pigeon just before we go into our final Shavasana pose. So facing at the front of your mat, you can take your right leg forward, swinging the left leg behind you. Go ahead and just come right up onto the knee. Perfect. Giving yourself plenty of space. This is just a great pose that we can do during pregnancy. Take your fingertips out wide, tent them, deep inhale, and then exhale, dip your chest down. Inhale up. Exhale, dip the chest down. Inhale up. Exhale last time. Inhale up. Exhale, right shoulder down. Inhale, center. Exhale, left shoulder down. center. And exhale, just walk your forearms forward or whatever feels great. You could do blocks here, whatever feels good, just a couple breaths. And then bringing yourself up just a little bit. And then we'll come down to the right side. Swing the left leg forward. And then the right leg back. Up onto the back knee. So it's going to cause your front leg to do whatever it wants. Just let it do that. Fantastic. Fingertips are tented. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, tip. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale up. Exhale, right shoulder. Inhale, center. Exhale, left shoulder. Inhale, center. And then exhale, just bringing the forearms down. You can always have your forearms in a block. I'm just here for about 5 breaths. And then slowly bringing yourself up. And this is what we'll actually do because we're already on the left side. Go ahead and come to your left side. Scoot your legs to where your knees are hip. And nice orientation, and you can just come down onto your left side to our final Shavasana pose. And so maybe you use your blanket. Just allowing yourself to relax, release.
close out. Just lying here on our sides, just to encourage more rest. I've been just saying in every class that if we can start to make a practice of taking one 11-minute nap a day, we know the beginning and the end. We can set the timer for 11 minutes and just allow for ourselves to rest on our left sides. It's so beneficial. I just want to encourage you to rest here. Shine on all surround you, and the pure light within you, guide your way on, guide your way on. In a long time, sun, shine upon you. All surround you, and the pure light within you, guide your way on, guide your way on. May the long time sun shine upon you. All surround you, and with your light within you, guide your way on, guide your way on, guide your way on. We finish this set now. With so much heart and presence, thank you so much for joining me this beautiful afternoon. And I hope that we can just take this presence with us today and really be present in those sensations and in that sacred communication of just you and baby. All the love, Mama. You're doing an amazing job. Blessings to you. Feel free to lay in this position for as long as you would like. The space is yours. Good to sit down within yourself, just excited for you.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, this feels good.
Yay,
Yeah.
so happy.
Just go to sleep.
Oh gosh, I need to relax.